do something with a lathe, with a homemade lathe. Something I can turn bigger legs on, mess around with, and ultimately I'm going to use this for a duplicating, for a lathe duplicator. And I'll show you that process, real simple. But I wanted to mess around with just building one and seeing how it went. So I used this headstock I had from another jig that I'm rebuilding, and I put a drill in it, and I've got a little tailstock here that's working pretty well. Surprisingly enough, it's working really well. No problems with it. The problems I am having are my cutting tools. I haven't really got anything designed for lathe work, and I think I'll end up having to make a few tools for cutting, with the lathe. But I had fun, and I recorded the entire process in fast forward. I'm just going to play the whole thing for you so you can get an idea about what I've done. All right, enter stage left, some funky guitar music. This was a fun project, and I'm going to do a lot more videos on this and the processes, and I'm going to do a how-to step-by-step tutorial on it probably next Tuesday. I almost didn't post this video, but I wanted to get a shot of the shop back and me running around doing everything, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Right here what I'm doing is working on the bass. I routed a couple of tracks in it to use for auxiliary jigs for it. Right, what you see I'm doing right there right now is I'm just working on the tool rest. Just making sure it's all stable. I look like that in real life when I make coffee with Red Bull in the morning. So now I'm working on the tailstock. I just build the body of it and I'm lining it up, getting I'm using a 3/8 bolt with a sharpened point for my tailstock. I just ran through it through that block there with a T-nut to keep it held in place. And it works pretty good. I'm actually surprised at how well that is working. So, and that tailstock slides up and down that track, and then I just use some wood screws to fasten it in place once I get it to where I want it. So at this point I'm working on the headstock. It's just a little 3-inch plate that mounts to the headstock that's already in that jig that I've got made. And it worked out real well. I want to do a walkthrough on it, and I'll be doing that soon. So had a lot of fun messing around with it. There I'm just installing the piece I'm going to cut. This guitar music is my brother-in-law, Thomas Leopard, good name for a guitar player. He's going to have a little channel of his own here pretty quick, doing royalty-free music. So if any creators are listening to this, I'll put a link when he finally does it. And there I'm just messing around with some tools, cutting tools that aren't working so well. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and go to bed happy. Also, don't forget about my Facebook. And then we'll be doing a build on this next week, Tuesday. And I'll be posting more on the lathe duplicator tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching.